If you're wondering whether your GMAT score is high enough to get into your target programs, here's how I recommend thinking about that. If you want to go to a top 10 school, the GMAT is not the only factor in your application. Things like your undergraduate GPA, your work experience, and your outside of work activities are going to play a major role in the admissions process. So the numbers I'm about to discuss are not necessarily enough by themselves to get you into a top business school, but they'll be enough in terms of the test score only. For the top schools, let's call it top 10, a 660 or higher overall with a 45 or better in the quant section out of 51 total points, and a 36 or better in the verbal section is going to be high enough to give the rest of your application at least a look. But you're going to have to be exceptional in other parts of your application to make up for the fact that your GMAT is quite a bit below the average of most of those top 10 schools. If you can hit that 45 minimum in quant and 36 or better in verbal, and then raise the other section or both sections enough to get your overall score above 700, that really helps your odds, and 700 and above usually is high enough in terms of the test score for most schools. If you're applying to top 5 programs, then 730 is usually the average, and that's going to be that high enough bar for you personally. Now that's high enough for admission, but it might not be high enough for merit-based scholarships. If you're looking for scholarship opportunities, then there's no limit on how high your GMAT score should be. The higher the better. Usually after 730, there's diminishing returns for most applicants, but if you're in what's called an overrepresented category, then getting a score above 730 can really help you out. For example, if you're in banking and you're applying to Wharton, there's going to be a lot of other people who work in banking applying to Wharton pretty much every year. And so unless you've had exceptional results in your job, then a 750 or a 770 is really going to help set you apart. If you're a school teacher applying to Wharton, then you're a very underrepresented category, and they'll probably be more accepting of a lower GMAT score because you're adding a lot of diversity to the class. If you have questions about your specific profile and whether you're going to be a good fit for a school with your current score or not, just shoot us a message and we'll be happy to advise. If you need help accelerating your progress with the exam, tap in our bio and check out any of our awesome free resources. Talk soon, everybody.